was just incorporate this by reference without reading it. This legal description,
Okay, so the
more accurately.
clock is 6 o'clock. I'd like to welcome you all to the regularly scheduled October 2020 meeting of the Metropolitan Area Planning Commission. Our first order of business is to call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mark Arnold. Here. Whitney Hall.
Here.
Walker Henson. Here. Marvin Kuzik. Eddie Mack.
Here.
David Mason.
Here.
Cole Ream.
Here.
Don Roberts. James Shimanek. David Trojan.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay. First item of agenda, consider approval of minutes of the September 21st, 2020 MAPC meeting. They've been distributed. Everybody, I guess, has had an opportunity to look at that. If there's no questions.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I got a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? There are none. Next item on the agenda is 3.1 zoning. Hold a public hearing and consider an ordinance rezoning property located at 317 East Cornell from R3 Residential Mobile Home Neighborhood District to C3 General Commercial District.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On the slide that's on the screen, the site being considered is in blue, and you see it's in the purple area. And if you looked at our comprehensive plan, that stands for small business industrial. That's what our comp plan classifies this as. The applicant's seeking to rezone the property from R3 to C3. The next slide shows you better detail. He currently owns the entire block between 3rd and Kennedy. You can see by the slide that the west part of the property is zoned C3. The area in yellow is what we're considering this evening. And when we look at rezonings, we want to make sure we have the infrastructure there to support it. The utilities are in the alley as far as sanitary sewer, and water is in 3rd Street and serve the entire block. In this case, he's only going to use, if you approve the rezoning, for outside storage yard and equipment. That is all of my presentation. Are there any questions that I can answer? The applicant is here if you have questions of them.
Mr. Chair, move to approve.
I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second from Mr. Arnold. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? There are none, so that motion carries. The next item on the agenda is lot splits. 4.1, consider a lot split for Hobie A and Alishia A. Rowley located in Garfield County in the 5500 block of South 16th Street.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This slide shows the existing 10 acres that he owns, outlined in yellow. He simply wants to divide it in half, and he'll have a north parcel and a south parcel. Each will have 5 acres. This is in Garfield County. It is zoned agricultural. The minimum lot size for ag classification is 5 acres. It'll be private water and sewer. The next slide shows the survey and staff's recommendation to approve. Okay. Are there any questions?
Motion to approve.
And I will say for the public record that Mr. Mack has, due to his involvement in this property, he has left the room for the official vote. So, and I still have a motion.
Second.
I have a second. All of those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? There are none, so that carries. And Mr. Mack may return to the room. And final item on the agenda is to adjourn, and I have a motion. Do I have a second? I have a second. All those in favor? Aye. And I assume nobody's going to oppose that, so that carries. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen
participating.
and ladies. We'll see you next month.
Activity.